to, yes, we're here again today to learn, to see how we can be better parents, raise better people, empower our girls and do the work of parenting that we've been called upon to do. This task of parenting, this responsibility of parenting, it is such a big one, and I want to believe that every one of us here wish to do a better job in our parenting journey. So let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. If you can see and hear me, please put it in the comment section. Tell me you can see and hear me so I will be sure that I am not just talking to myself. All right, let me see in the comment section, or you can unmute yourself and say, I can hear you, coach. Can I see that? Can I get that feedback? All right, someone raised hand, which means you can see and hear me. Thank you, Uwera. Gloria, yes, thank you. All right, that's a good feedback right there. So we're going to hit the ground running today. We're going to be looking at what exactly to do to help our girls. There are about 7 silent struggles that every child, every girl child experiences. Silent struggles that every girl child experiences. And we're going to be looking at those struggles and also asking ourselves the question of, is my daughter struggling with this? And if yes, what can I do to help her? Welcome again, my wonderful parents. I celebrate you and appreciate you for being here. I know that it takes a lot, today is Sunday, you're supposed to be resting and getting ready for the week ahead, but here you are. It's a proof that you're ready to raise a giant. You're not ready to raise a girl that will be different, that will be special, that will be ready for the future. So thank you so much. And let's move. Yes, so why are we here? What is the purpose of being here? This is not just another webinar. I know we usually would have, webinars here, but this is not just a random regular webinar. In this webinar, you're here because you're wondering, what could those 7 things be? What are those 7 struggles that every daughter, every girl child experiences? What are those 7 struggles that every daughter, every girl child, every, of them experience in their life's journey? And how am I sure that my own daughter is not struggling with that? How am I sure that my girl is not experiencing that currently? And if she's experiencing that, how can I help her? How can I empower her enough to be able to surmount those challenges? That's why we're here. That's what we're here to learn. Now, we're going to be able to fix this problem before it becomes permanent, because the 7 challenges I'm going to be sharing with you, which are the struggles that every girl has, is such that a lot of girls are currently experiencing, struggling with. And if we don't do well to empower them, to equip them to, handle those challenges today, there's going to be a problem, because what it means is that they will not be able to self-defend, they will not be able to thrive, they will not be able to grow into balanced women tomorrow. And the pain will be on us because we are the parents, right? Let's move. Now, what's the real problem? The real problem is, number 1, you suspect that what you suspect that might be the problem is likely not to be the problem. The things you're thinking, oh, this could be the problem that my daughter is struggling with, or the other one, or that other one, might not really be the problem. So that's why I need you to pay attention from the beginning to the end of this webinar, so you can be able to, lay hand on those things and be able to begin our journey to solving them or improving on them as parents. Another real problem is that your daughter is likely silently struggling and wishing someone can help, because the weight is actually getting heavier. The weight is heavier because for some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you all, I've been there. And so I know firsthand what it feels like. And for some of us here, we've also been there. You've been in that situation where you must have handled or experienced some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you. And you know for sure that it's not easy. No, it's not. Especially for a girl child, especially for, a young adult, a young daughter who is between, say, 7 to 19, 20. It's not easy for them. So we need to learn these things so that we can begin to provide them an enabling environment that makes it easy for them to handle those challenges. Now, another thing I want you to know is that it's not about how much you love her. It's about how much she feels safe and understood. It's not about how much you love her, because a lot of parents say, oh, I love my daughter, I love my children. In fact, I can die for my children. I can do anything for my children. But when the chips are down, you realize that you are actually the weapon fashioned against your own children. Yes. Knowingly or unknowingly, we take steps, we do things, we say things, we react in ways that cut them short instead of building them. So I want you to begin to learn and actually ask yourself, am I being the kind of parent that is contributing to these 7 challenges that most girls globally are facing? Am I part of, am I in any way contributing? Am I in any way, so many times they say that we are our biggest problem, right? It is also true that sometimes we can be our children's biggest problem. Even in the midst of, I love you, I love my children, I can, we make sacrifices for them. Yes, we do. We make a lot of sacrifices for them. We go all out. We take pain to give them pleasure sometimes. We even borrow money to make sure we pay their school fees. We take care of their bills. We work extra hard, take extra jobs, take extra gigs, take extra commitment just to be able to meet up to provide them comfort. But in the midst of that, many times we cross boundaries. Many times we do things that disempower instead of empowering them. And at the end of the day, it results to these 7 challenges I'm going to be sharing with you in this webinar. Let's move. And if you don't, the problem with this is that if you don't realize this problem early enough, if you don't take steps early enough, right, the bond will weaken. The bond you have with your children, it will weaken. It will get so weak until you are just 2 people sharing the same roof, but living in world apart. You don't know anything happening in your daughter's life. You're not involved in her life. You in her life rather. You don't know anything happening. You're basically just living in the same roof. That's all. You're just roommates. But there is no intimacy. There is no connection. There is no bond. There is no sharing. No parents want to be in that situation. No parents want to be in that situation where they are not deeply involved in their children's life. You want to be able to say for sure what is happening with them per time. Now, I know they may not be able to tell you every single thing at every single time. By the way, it's not even possible. But you want to be sure that they are in a position, they are in a frame where even if they don't tell you everything, there is someone safe enough for them to tell those things. That's what you want to be sure about. I mean, I've had parents, that say, oh, my daughter is not opening up to me. Well, opening up is relative, right? It is relative because she doesn't need to, what opening up means to you may not really be what opening up means to her. Again, she can open up to you to an extent that she's comfortable with, and you need to accept that. And then when she opens up to the next person, it has to be someone that you are comfortable with, someone that you trust their values, you trust their perspective, you trust their personality. You trust that if your daughter opens up to this person is solid enough to guide them just the same way you will. All right, so let's move. Who is this webinar for? This webinar is for parents and guardians, parents who are raising girls, guardians who have girls under their custody, and who are currently feeling, you're currently feeling that your daughter is becoming distanced. And you're wondering, can these 7 struggles that you're going to be sharing, Coach Precious, does it affect my daughter? Is my daughter a part of this challenge? Is there a way I can help her? Is there a way I can empower her to be, to not be subject to those 7 challenges? This webinar is also for parents who are struggling to have open, honest conversations with their daughters. You're struggling to have conversations with your daughter. You ask her questions and then she gives you one-line answers. You want to get into her heart. You want to get into her world, and you feel you are emotionally locked out. She tells, she just gives you those random answers, those nice answers, just so that you don't push any further. Please don't write on our screen. Please, someone is writing on our screen. Please write it on our screen. Thank you. So you feel she is not opening up to you. You feel she's not speaking up. You feel she's not being honest with you. So she gives you an answer to a question and you're like, this can't be all. There's something she's hiding from me. She's likely going through some of these 7 challenges I'm going to be sharing with you in this webinar. This webinar is also for parents who want to rebuild trust and strengthen their bond with their girls. You're raising a daughter and you want to strengthen your bond with your daughter. You want to be able to connect with her so deeply so that if there's anything that should be shared, she will share it with you. Who is writing on our board? You're messing up my board. Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing the screen now so that I get rid of all those. All right, I see everybody.
We can track the person who is writing on the screen.
Please, my admin, help me so that I don't get distracted. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sure that might be an error, that the person may not really mean it. They may not know they're doing that. So let's continue. So you want to rebuild trust and strengthen your bond with your daughter. See, in this world, in this generation and in this time, you cannot be raising a daughter and you are absent from her life. Are you even aware that 80 to 70% of the self-esteem of a girl child is built by the father? Yes. So you see, there is a world of difference between 2 girls raised by one, an involved father, and the other, an unavailable father. And mind you, being involved is not about being present. It's not about you are in the house. You can be in the house and be absent and be lost, like be clueless about what's going on in your daughter's life. So you want to be able to build trust and strengthen the bond. That's where it starts from. I read a book recently and the author was talking about, how the formative stage of a girl's life is. That if you lose it in the first 8 years, you've lost. The next thing you're doing is damage control. And that's so true. That you have between age 0 to 8 to impact, to connect. That connection is what carries for the rest. So imagine that you're just busy doing curriculum with your daughter's life. You're not involved, you're not available, you don't know what's going on. She's basically finding her way around life. You are not involved. Listen to me. If you are not involved in her life today, you will be absent tomorrow. If you are not present in her growing up state today, you'll be absent in her future. You'll be absent in her adulthood. She won't care. She'll be like, what's the point? I've been able to survive without you for 18 years. Why are you coming at 20 to start doing what exactly? They'll lock up. So, but between the 0 to 8, they want that connection. They are even extending it. A parent told me recently that, sometimes my daughter, she actually wants to be begging me, mommy, let's just play, let's talk. She's the one begging. I told her, that's an opening. That's a window of time that you have. If you miss it now, a time will come when you will want it and she will be unavailable, emotionally unavailable. She can even just play along to just make you feel nice, but it didn't day. According to my teenagers, they would say it didn't day. Like absent, you can't find it. So now is the time that you want to start investing in the life of your daughter. Guess what? There are a lot of assistant parents that will take it over from you if you are not doing anything. Talk about social media, talk about peer pressure, talk about, internet, talk about praise, predators out there, cultism, all of them. Gangsters, they're waiting. So if you play small, if you play clueless, if you play, I'm too busy and all of that, they will jump in and do, their own work. They'll jump in with their own templates, with their own assignments and destroy. Before you know it, you are living in a house with a total stranger. Before you know it, you cannot recognize your daughter again. So this webinar is actually a wake-up call. It bleeds my heart when I see parents who are playing clueless about parenting in 2025. Come on now. 2025, you have to be serious because there's never been a time when parenting is as hard as it is now. Parenting in previous times used to be, you can just flex it, beat your children black and blue, they'll be all right. Like they will align, they will do things they're supposed to do. But don't try it today. You need more than wisdom. You need knowledge. You need wisdom. You need community. And that's why, of course, I'm running this community for parents because I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to support you. I have been working with teenagers, young people for over 13 years plus. and I know my onion. So when I talk to you, please listen, right? So it is important that you begin to build trust and strengthen bond. If you miss it at this point, forget it. Your child goes through childhood and teenagehood, there's no connection, there's no bond, forget it. They'll figure out like their lives by themselves because they're feeling like, I'm not valued, I'm not wanted. So what's the point? Let's just, to your tent, oh Israel. Now, another thing about this webinar is that this webinar is for parents who are tired of, walking on eggshell around their own daughter. You're tired of walking on eggshell around her. You don't know which one you say, and she will feel bad, or she will start doing misbehaving, or she will start doing this and that. So you want to learn what exactly to do to help, what exactly to do to, to be the mother, and also that use that friendliness as a tool in your parenting journey. So you're tired of feeling like, or like someone who is a visitor in her life. You want to feel like I'm involved, I'm welcomed here. It is also for parents who want to raise confident, emotionally healthy girls in today's challenging world. I'm so passionate about this. In fact, I'm so passionate about it that it is our mission, part of our mission statement, to raise confident and emotionally healthy girls. I'm tired of seeing girls, behave like they don't understand what is at stake. I'm tired of seeing girls who do not understand that today is part of their tomorrow. They do things today that will haunt them in the future. And I'm like, girl, you should know better. So if you are a parent here who wants to raise a girl who is confident, emotionally healthy, no matter how crazy the world is going, then welcome to this webinar, because this is where you will learn it. Promise. If you also want to raise a girl who is future ready, a girl that you can send anywhere confidently, there are parents who, no matter what, they're not confident about sending their children. In fact, even to live in school, in boarding school, they're not confident. Like, can this girl survive outside with the way she's behaving? She cannot keep her room. She cannot flake. Like, she cannot take care of anything, any of her belongings. Zero responsibility, zero confidence. She can't stand up for herself. She doesn't know how to fix herself. She can't plan her life. I can't send her out. So how long are you going to keep her under your roof? That's my question. For how long? How long exactly do you want to do that? Do you want to babysit her forever? We need to raise girls who are dogged, who are rugged, girls who are confident, who are feminine, yes, but also understand their place that boys cannot play around with. That's the kind of girl I want to raise as a mentor. That's the kind of girl I want to partner with parents to raise that kind of girl. And if that is also your wish, if you want to raise the kind of girl that you can confidently send to university and sleep with your two eyes closed, you want to have the kind of girl that when she's writing an exam, you're not panicking. Why are you panicking? Because your daughter is writing an exam. She is 16, she's 14, and she cannot write exams. Seriously? So we need to raise girls that we can send to trips. Girls that can travel for international competitions, and you are all right. You're not panicking. You're not saying, hey, I don't know if this girl will survive. I don't know if peer pressure will carry her. Hello. That's what I want. I want you to begin to see the need, see the parenting gap, and begin to fix it so that we can raise girls that will not be meat for enemies, for the devil, for boys, for Yahoo boys. We raise girls that will change the status quo, girls that will bring the pressure to the table, not girls that will be pressured. That's not right. You're here because you don't want your daughter to be wrongly influenced. Scratch that. You are here because you want your daughter to be the positive influence. I used to tell my mentees, see, I don't want to hear they influenced me, that I was people pressured. I want to hear I brought the pressure to the table. And of course, you are bringing the positive pressure. Everybody is dressing, exposing their nakedness. You come well dressed. You put the pressure on them. Everybody goes back to their room to dress up. That's the kind of girl I want to raise. Yes. Everybody is doing it. Everybody is smoking, drinking, but you decide you stand on your ground. In fact, you begin to become, show yourself as a role model for others. They now begin to drop their weed, their cigarettes, everything, one after their shisha, one after the other. That's the kind of girl I want to raise. Girls that become the positive pressure, like you are the peer pressure yourself, the positive peer pressure, not the one that is being pressured. You want her to hold firmly to the values you are working so hard to teach her. A lot of parents work so hard, pray, they are godly, they do everything, they want to raise those kind of girls that will stand the test of time. But sadly, the girls, they walk across the street and the other people over there waters down every single thing they've done. And the parents are wondering, what happened to the 10 years I put in raising this girl? What happened to the values I put in her? So you're here because you want to learn how exactly can I begin to walk down those values into her such that anywhere she go to, whether she travels out of this country, out of our locality, out of our state, she will be okay. She'll be able to stand. She's a global giant. Nobody messes around her. All right, that's what this webinar is about. Now, what are you going to learn today? You're going to learn in the next 45 minutes the silent struggles, 7 silent struggles that today's girl child face that most parents overlook until it's too late. I don't want it to be in that category. I want it to be in the category of parents who are self-aware, who are intentional, who know what's going on, who are involved in the, in the life's journey of their children. That's the kind of parent I want it to be. And so we're going to learn the 7 silent struggles that girls are having and how we can actually begin to, help them. Number two thing I want you to learn is the 3 common parenting habits that unintentionally make these struggles worse. 3 unintentional things that you're doing that are likely causing problem for you, causing problem for your daughter. Those habits might be unintentional, but they are contributing to those struggles. Even when you deeply love them, it is contributing to those problems. All right. Now, the next thing you're going to learn is how to rebuild the trust and connection with your daughter without, of course, shouting, without yelling and making trouble. All right. Now, here's my promise to you. But before I make that promise, let me sip a cup of water. All right. By the end of this webinar, you will know exactly how to open a door your daughter would genuinely want to walk through. Bring her into the atmosphere, become that kind of parent that can raise that kind of a girl. Because many times we want to first raise them before becoming. It doesn't work that way. You can't give what you don't have. You need to become for them to become. You need to become the kind of parents that can raise a global giant. You need to become the kind of parents that can raise a confident daughter. Because you can have the goal of raising a confident daughter, but your curriculum, the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis is raising a timid daughter. That's counterproductive. So I want to show you what exactly you can do to raise that kind of daughter. Let me introduce myself. I know some of you may not know me, you may be meeting me for the first time. Do we have a teenager in this class? This class, I just saw a face now. I hope I didn't say, I saw wrongly. I just hope we should have parents in this class because they're the ones I'm dragging, not not my girls. All right, meet your host. My name is Precious Flourish Ifeanyi Chukwu. I know some of you here, you're following me on Facebook, you're following me on Instagram, you interact with my content on YouTube and all of that. I've been working with young people for well over 13 years. And it's been my great pleasure. It's been my deepest, passion to help them. I've worked with over 5,000 girls, teenagers, parents across Nigeria and beyond. Been able to reach countries, Namibia, Canada, US, UK, London, you name them. And it's been my singular honor to reach out to mentor and all of that. I've worked with churches, schools, spoken at PTA meetings, organizations, that deal on teenage stuff. And it's been a great pleasure. I've also spoken on stages like, who is writing on my board? Stop, please. Stop. Worked with organizations like Netflix, spoken on platforms like Netflix, TEDx, and multiple radio stations in different parts of this country. I'm also the host of P&T Show. P&T Show is a show where we focus on celebrating parenting and inspiring teenagers. And it's such a beautiful show. You should go check it out. Oh my God, I didn't know I was muted all along and nobody told me. I've been muted. Oh no. Wow. Now, how do I know where? Okay. Okay. I didn't know I was muted. I wonder when you stopped hearing me. Okay. So I was introducing myself. So I think I'll just start from here. So my name is Precious Flores Ifeanyi Chukwu, and I'm a girls coach, been working with teenagers for the past 13 years plus, and it's been my honor to, mentor, coach, inspire, instruct, and lead them. I've worked with over 5,000 teenagers, parents across Nigeria and beyond, talk about Canada, Namibia, US, the UK, speaking and mentoring and inspiring young people. I've also spoken, on platforms, churches, PTA meetings in schools and organizations that deal on teenage matters. I've also spoken on platforms like TEDx, Netflix, radio stations of different, in different parts of this country, Lagos, Umuahia, Abia State, and all the rest. Okay, I'm also the host of P&T Show. P&T Show is a show that is focused on celebrating parenting and inspiring teenagers. Excuse me. And I'm very passionate about rebuilding family bridges and family bonds. And I do that with conversations one at a time. All right. So yes, having said that, that's what you need to know about me. And I'm also the co-host of Teens Time with Chichi. Teens Time with Chichi is a radio program that every Saturday, 10 a.m. on Inspiration FM 92.3. And it is focused on also, inspiring teenagers and influencing them positively through different topics that we discuss. I'm also the Vice Chancellor of School of Teen Mentors and Coaches. It is a platform where I train people who want to do what I do, people who are passionate about also impacting teenagers in different worlds, in the different, spheres. So I do that. I run that training periodically. And I mean, we just concluded cohorts 5 of that program, and it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. Yeah. Okay, now to my story. What's my story? Please, anytime you stop hearing me, let me know. Put it in the comment section because I feel the energy trying to drop because I was wondering why didn't anybody tell me you weren't hearing me all along? I hope you can still hear me. Let me know in the comment section if you can still hear me. If you're still here, put it in the comment section. I want to be sure that we still have people here, that you didn't just dump your phone on me. Okay. Yes, let me see your comment in the comment section. Okay, I see someone raise hand. Thank you, Mrs. Jovita. Thank you. All right, let's move. Now, what's my story? I was that girl that was loved. You remember I told you that loving your daughter is not the remedy. It's not the remedy to things happening. It's not the remedy to, please stop writing on my screen. Who is that? So admin, I need to find a way to ensure that the writing, what's that called? Is not activated, it's not allowed, so that from our end we can handle this so I don't keep reiterating. All right. My healing started many years ago. Okay, someone is offering to help. Please, Ajiboye FM. You can send me a private chat after now, please. I would really appreciate it if you can help with that. All right, so let me tell you a bit about me, a bit about my story, actually. I was loved. I was that girl I was a second daughter of my parents. I know I've said this story a lot of time, but each time I share it, I feel like it's an eye opener for parents, and I don't stop talking about it because yes, I've healed, but I also need parents to be self-aware, to be conscious of what's is happening, especially with their daughters. I was loved, but the love didn't save me from the experience I had as a child. I was sexually abused at the age of 5 and 7 by the most trusted person in our family, in our environment, I should say, not family, in our environment, right? And because there wasn't that conversation table open, I wasn't able to talk to anybody about it because I felt, oh, she may not understand, my parents may not understand me, my dad may not understand me, I may be judged, I may be beaten, I may suffer more. And she trusted this guy so well. So I was just laid back. I couldn't share it for over 20 years. Yes. And at what point did I now share this thing? At what point did I receive the help that I deserve? It was at the point of meeting a mentor. So it was my mentor that helped me, that they helped me deal with the pain, the struggle, the loss, the everything, the self-identity crisis that came with that sexual abuse, the regret, the pain, the emotional wound, the disfiguring of my personality that came with that experience. It was a mentor that helped me. So my question to you is it possible that your daughter currently is dealing with things, is going through things? It may not be rape, it may not be sexual abuse, it may be something that they've experienced, it may be something that they've done or something that has been done to them that they need help with, that they need to heal from. And so they need someone to position in their life. They need someone to help. They need someone to, affirm them. Your daughter may not have been abused, but she's probably dealing with something, a deep hurt, a deep wound, a deep something. And so you want to be able to step into her life, and help. If not, that wound will last more than necessary, because mine lasted more than necessary. I had no business carrying that wound for over 20 years. And that's why one of my mantra is open wound heals faster. If you have a wound and it's open, there's possibility of healing quick. But if the wound is closed, you're going to struggle more. So we want to help our daughters, be able to heal effectively and speedily from whatever struggles that, they are going through. And that's why we are here. Now, what are those 7 challenges, 7 struggles that most girls have today? Number 1 is that she feels unseen and unheard. She feels unseen and unheard. She feels nobody wants me, nobody likes me. Like I told us, the fact that you love your daughter is not enough. I love my daughter is not enough to save her from this feeling, from this experience. You can love her so well and she's feeling empty inside. Yes, as a parent say, I love her, I do everything for her. And the girl on her own side is saying, I love my mom, I do everything for her. She doesn't love me back. That's a conflict. So you can love them so much, but they won't feel it. They can't see it. They can't feel, they can't interact with that love. Her thoughts, her opinions, and small victories often go unnoticed. There's nobody helping her to deal with the thoughts in her head. You think she's not thinking? Wake up. She's thinking. She's interacting with the world. She's interacting with her environment, and she has questions. And if there is no room, there's no table for those conversations to happen, then she's going to be feeling unheard, because those conversations in her head, she needs to bring it out to the table and say, oh, this is it, this is what I'm going through, this is my struggle. But if you're not bringing out those struggles and you're not making it a conversation, that's a problem. She begins to feel her voice doesn't matter. So she stops using her voice. So she stops, practicing to be vocal, to share what she's thinking, because you didn't provide her the opportunity. Reason number 2, she's battling silently. She's battling silently. She's battling silently self-worth issues. She's battling self-worth. She's asking herself, am I worth it? 1 minute, please. She's battling silently and she's asking herself, am I worth anything? Do I even belong here? Am I okay the way I am? Am I too short or too fat or too slim or too this or too... See, if you're thinking that your daughter is not worried about her body, wake up. Because gone are the days where they think everything. From the age of 8, 9, they start being self-aware. They start noticing my nose is not standing. My eyes are not, my eyes are too big. My legs are not straight. 10, 11, it becomes more, serious. Because at the age of 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, whether they have big head or not, they don't care. It doesn't matter to them, right? Unless, of course, they're being bullied in school and all of that. So you want to be able to help her deal with those questions that she's definitely asking herself. She's battling silently with her self-worth. Am I loved? Am I valuable? Am I appreciated? Am I accepted? She's asking those questions constant comparison to friends, constant comparison to influencers, to classmates on social media chips away at her confidence. It steals it away. The more she looks at herself and, just pose with that of a social media influencer, it will keep shredding her of that confidence. It will keep stealing her confidence away. Without affirmation at home, she quietly questions her value. There is no, you don't affirm her. All you do is just shout at her, tell her, don't you know, you're not supposed to do this. Don't you know, look at you. You're supposed to be doing this and doing that. All you do is just complain, compare her, and all of that. It's going to result in low self-esteem. She's not going to be confident about herself. And so we need to stop that. This is a problem. Number 3 is that she fears disappointing you. Sometimes the burden that we put on our daughters is that we put so much expectations on them. And so they're now scared. They're working on eggshell. They are now scared of disappointing you. So they are always, trying to please you. Now, am I saying they shouldn't meet up, do things they're supposed to do, make you proud and all of that? No, that's not what I'm saying. But when we put it on them as a burden, it becomes a problem. It becomes a weight, and nobody wants to deal with that kind of weight. She hides every mistake. The moment you want her to always be perfect, she will start hiding her mistakes. She will start hiding her dreams. She will start hiding even her questions. She will start protecting even her own emotions so that she will earn your approval, so that she will earn your love, your trust, your whatever. The fear of letting you down makes her choose silence over honesty. So instead of just speaking up and sharing what she's feeling and what's going on, she will be silent. She will prefer to be silent. She won't be honest with you because, if I do that, my mom is going to beat me black and blue. She wants me to be, up and straight and correct at every time. That's a problem. So she's going to, whatever she's feeling, thinking, or experiencing, she can't share with you. You will raise a total stranger. If you're that kind of a parent, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, in your own house, you come in, your children cannot look at your face. Your daughter cannot play with you. There's problem. Because by the time she goes across the street and one boy, shows her 2% affection, she will get lost with that boy. And before you know it, you're talking about pregnancy, you're talking about, addiction, you're talking about social vices and all of that. Because she found love in the wrong place. Anyway, that's not love, but she found what looked like love in the wrong place. So you shouldn't put that weight on her because it results in a struggle for her. Now you might be saying things to her that makes her think of herself as a second class. So instead of acknowledging what she's going through, you shift the focus to your own feeling, leaving her struggling with her own, her own lifestyle, her own unvalidated self. Let's not do that. Not to your own daughter, please. Not to any daughter at all. Now, the next struggle that girls have is she's facing pressure. Facing pressure. She's having people tell her, just try it. It's not that hard. It's not saying, just do it. She's having all of that coming to her. She's facing peer pressure. They're telling her, just do it. It's not too much. Without your guidance, she would get lost. So she needs you. She needs you to guide her. She needs you to instruct her. She needs you to provide her the love and succor that she needs. Very important. Very important. Now, what happened to my slide? I think I moved way too faster. Okay. So she's facing a lot of pressure and she's not able to deal with it alone. From fashion to friendships to relationships. Do you know the level of pressure your daughter is facing? This person dresses and she wants to be like her. She wants to own the other jewelry. She wants to dress. She wants to have the other gown this person is wearing. Oh, I like the way this trouser fit this person, or this skirt fits this person. I would love to have it. The pressure is too much. It's a weight, and they are literally carrying it every single day. There's pressure from friendships. She wants to be friends with these people, and she wants to be friends with the other people. There's pressure. There's pressure. There's pressure. There are things she wants to try, things she wants to do, and they are all forming weight upon her. She's taking advice from her friends who may not know any better, or who may not have her best interest at heart. That's why I tell parents, if you don't intentionally get a mentor for your daughter, so many things will mentor her. Internet will mentor her friends will mentor her. Yes. And the problem with that mentorship is that you don't know what is involved in the curriculum. So you want to be able to help your daughter to make the kind of choices to be saved from peer pressure, because peer pressure is such a big deal, such a big deal today. A lot of girls are facing it. I mean, even adults, we still face peer pressure once in a while anyway. So it's not like it's not new. And it doesn't even stop at childhood. It follows into adulthood. How many clothes in your drawer did you make because you saw someone that made it? How many jewelries? How many things have you bought because you saw your friend, you saw your classmate, you saw someone somewhere wearing it and you loved it? Yes, that's peer pressure. Now, some people can actually get into wrong situations, make wrong choices, do terrible things because of that pressure. How much more your daughters who are still very young, whose brain is not fully developed, whose cognitive ability is not at its best. They can make terrible choices, and that's why they need mentors in their lives, people that they can bounce ideas off on. And like I said earlier, they may not tell you everything, but if you can effectively put in their lives the right kind of people that they can easily talk to, then they are safe. Because what that means is that even if they're not comfortable telling you some things, which is normal, they will have people that they will talk to, they will tell those things to. Yes, I advocate for your girls, your daughters, your children to tell you things, but it's not practical for them to tell you every single thing. There might be things they will not tell you, not because those things are really bad, but because they just want to tell you. They just want to have, that secret, that extra thing that they just keep to themselves. Girls, they'll have journal where they write things and they will hide it. In fact, they want to password it and all of that, But you want them to have people in their lives that if they are confused about something, they can ask the questions. Of course, there are things you also want them to be open to you to a good extent. And that to the extent that you're able to put in the work, it can happen. But while you're working on that, this also needs to be in place. It gets why, like they used to say. So they bottle up. If you're not allowing them to express themselves to you, they'll bottle it up, believing that their emotions are wrong, believing that, oh, I shouldn't talk about it anyway. And that's a problem. Number 5 problem is that she's confused about her identity. She doesn't know, oh, do I belong here? Should I even speak up? Why is my parents talking to me the way they're doing? She's trying to figure out who she is in a world that tells her she's never enough. Girls are constantly struggling with, my hair, is it too long? Is it too short? My hair, it doesn't really relax. It's always stiff. That's a problem. They're struggling. Without clear direction and guidance, she may define herself through trends, through the wrong lenses, through the wrong experiences. And you don't want that for your daughter. She's trying to figure out who she is. And that's what happens with the teenage years, with the childhood and teenage years. It's a time, it's a season, it's a period where they're trying to find themselves. They're trying to know, who am I? Like, what am I doing here? Why am I in this family? Why am I a girl? Why am I a boy? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing here? It's a period of self-identity. They're asking a lot of questions. They may not just be asking you, but trust me, they're asking questions. And you want to be able to help them deal with all of those. Number 6 is that she's carrying emotional overload alone. Sometimes she's dealing with things. Let's say maybe in a family where the parents are not together, the children are asking questions. No matter how many times you explain it to them, That's for parents that are even gracious enough to explain. And I want to beg of you here, if you're here and you have issues with your marriage for which two of you are not together, or maybe one parent is no longer around, maybe for death situations or something, let the children be aware. If you don't explain to them, they will get their own interpretation from the head, and it may not always be right. I remember one of my teenagers tried committing suicide. Actually committed, not just tried, committed. It was just the grace of God that saved her. Why? She said she was not sure. She thought that she was the reason her parents were apart. She thought that she was the terrible child, that because she was the first daughter. It doesn't even make sense to me, but that's what she thought, and in her head is correct. So instead of being here to experience, my dad being absent, having to go all the way to see my dad and all the way to see my mom, they're not together. Every other person in my class, their parents are together. They come for PTA meetings together. They do things. This person say, "Oh, my mom said, my dad said," because they're in the same house, but I don't have that experience. And she took her life. If not that the mercies of God restored her through the neighbors. Right? So my point is, your daughter is likely carrying emotion, like a burden. Now imagine me, I was 5 when I was first sexually abused. I was just like this girl. And the next time that was at 7. Imagine what I was carrying as an emotional burden all along. Burden. You're talking A, I'm hearing 18. Burden. And nobody deserves it. No girl should go through that. And that's why I made a decision that singular thing that my mentor did for me to help me heal after over 20 years, I'm going to be doing it for other girls. I'm going to be doing it for other young people. Because nobody deserves to carry that burden for such a long time. So if there's anything at all that has happened to them and they need to heal from it, then they need to heal. If there's something happening to them and they need to ask someone question, I am positioning for that person that they will ask the question. If there's something that they need guidance on, I'm there to help them, to get guided, to get instructed. Parenting in 2025 is not a gamble. You have to come intentional. You have to come clean. You have to have parenting partners. You can't say, "Oh, I can do it alone." I mean, how many parents, how many books did they read? Did anybody teach them? Well, it depends on what they eventually raise. If you are aiming to raise girls, because by the way, there wasn't so much pressure as it is now when our parents raised us, or is there? Parents, tell me. And even with the level of, work that our parents put in, we still did things. If you are here and you know for sure, "Oh, there was something I did. There was an emotional burden I carried. There was something that happened to me as a girl, as a young person while I was young, that I never told my parents." Let me see you in the comment section. Put it in the comment section, confess, and confess now. Let me see you in the comment section. Did you do something that your parents did not know about up till today? Let me see you in the comment section. Looks like my chat box is not enabled. How do I do that? So let me see if I can enable my chat. Looks like nobody is able to chat here. Okay, please use the comment section if you can. Let me see if that is possible now. Can you chat? Let me see your response. Okay, I see comments now. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, so you did something as a child, as a teenager. That's my question. You did something as a teenager, and your parents till today, they are not aware. In fact, they can swear that you did not do it. There's something you did, and you did not tell them. And it is something evil, something wrong, right? And you didn't tell them about it. You didn't tell them about it up till today. Confess in the comment section. Raise your hand and give your life to Christ. We did it, right? Someone is saying, yes, that's me. A lot. So yes, thank you for confessing. Yes, I did, or something bad up till today. Your parents can swear that, this is my child. Hey, she's so good. She goes to church. She goes to mosque. A lot of things. Someone said, not as a teenager though, but in my early 20s. Yes, yes, yes. Now, my next question to you is, if you had a mentor, with the right values, a mentor that a proper mentor, professionally trained, whose values are also aligning with that of your parents, that, with the dream that your parents have in mind and all of that. If you had that kind of a mentor, do you think that thing would have still been a secret, or do you think you would have turned that better? I don't know if you got the question. If you had a mentor at that stage, at that point where, in fact, some of you, if you had a mentor at that time, you may not have made that mistake. You may not have done that thing. You may not have gone to that place. You may not have said that thing. You may have saved from a lot of baggages that you are carrying now as an adult. If you had a mentor. Now, won't you want to give your daughter that unfair advantage, like I would like to call it? Mentorship for our girls is not optional. It is mandatory. It's a need. In 2025, is a need. In fact, it's a number. After food, shelter, clothing, it is mentorship. Seriously. You know why? Because they have more things that they're dealing with right now than we did. Someone said, yes, I was thinking about it today. If I had a mentor, I wouldn't have made some mistakes that are costing me so much today. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I was speaking to someone over the week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and she was sharing so many deep things. And she said one thing that struck me. She said, if I had a mentor speaking to me like you are back then, I wouldn't have made that mistake. It cut me, like it broke my heart. Do you know that a lot of girls today are currently repeating our mistakes as parents? That in the next 20 years, they will also sit back and say, if I had a mentor, I wouldn't have done this. Or if I had a mentor, I would have opened up early enough to receive help. Give them that advantage. Give them that opportunity to have someone, a voice, a trained professional voice who is not just professional, but also value-driven. Someone you can trust their personality, their value, their background to be in their lives. There's a lot that mentorship can save our girls from. If they have someone that they can ask, but ma, what do you think? But ma, my mommy said, what do you think about it? Someone that can re-echo the things you are saying as a parent to them. Someone you can partner with and raise a global giant. That's the kind of thing you need as a parent. In 2025, maybe 10 years, 20 years ago, you would have been cruising, and because the world is not as spoiled as it is, but not now. It is a risk to do it without a mentor. The lot of emotional stress that they're going through. Academics is also another one. Yeah, someone said I wouldn't have had nobody to talk to me, and at the end, opened up to the wrong people. God helped me. It is well. It's well. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. So they have a lot of stress, academic pressure, stress from friendship, friendship drama. Girls now, plenty friendship drama. Today they want you to do something, they don't want you. Body image struggles. I had it too. I was this close to taking drugs to get fat because people kept telling me, you are too slim. Go on, you cannot be out, you are too leper. My friends and people around, my peers. And I wanted to take some pills to get fat. A lot of girls are suffering from that too. Someone said that currently know a lady who was about to make a horrible mistake, but I couldn't have helped her enough. A professional mentor would have especially help her. I'm praying for her though. Please pray for her. You can also help her connect to a mentor. All right. So there's a lot of things that she's bottling up. There are a lot of things she's struggling with, and she needs help. Our daughters need help. She needs help to learn that her emotions, her mood are not, can be controlled. She need help to know that emotional, she need help to know that mood swings is regular, is normal, is not sin, is not devilish, but that there is a way to control it. That's one of the things I teach my girls, my mentees, that mood swing, you can be in charge, you can control it. There are struggles from health, struggles from all areas. So they need help, they need support. Number 7 reason is that she doesn't trust you with her vulnerability. Apparently, she spoke to you the last time, and then the next conversation, it was, you used it against her. So that was the end. She felt judged, she felt criticized, she felt exposed. So she would say, no, if it's my mom, I can't tell her again. She will guard her feeling fiercely. She will protect her heart and lock it up with password so you don't get in. So if she's not feeling safe with you, if she doesn't trust you with her vulnerability, then it's a problem. Please, dear parents, open up enough. My parents, I didn't feel safe with them to expose my vulnerability. It was just recently, a few years ago, that I told my mom what happened to me at age 5 and 7. Can you imagine that? No parents want to deal with that. No parents want it to be that something as heavy as molestation happened to your daughter and she couldn't tell you for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But it won't happen if she tells you the small one and you use it against her. For 2 weeks, you are still judging her based on that thing she told you. She came on herself and exposed herself and talked to you and told you, Mommy, I'm struggling with this. Mommy, this is what happened. And you told every family members. You told every neighbor, did you see what my daughter did? This is my daughter. And wow, upon everything I've been doing for her, she went and did and followed this person and stole this and did that. If she hears this, it will break her heart. And of course, that will be the end. She will learn her lessons in peace. And that will be the end of opening up to you. So can you be the kind of parent that she can be vulnerable with without being exposed or poorly managed? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't teach her lessons or guide her, but don't use it against her. If not, she will learn that opening up can harm. So she will stay quiet. She will not open up. All right. Now, number 8 is that you use their vulnerability against them. Okay, I've just said that. If you use their vulnerability against her, she will guide her heart. Number 9, you're always too busy until it's too late. If you're always busy, you're not available for her, but you're available for church meetings and for friends, but you cannot spend 10 minutes with your child for a bedtime story, for a walk in your estate, for a walk in your neighborhood. That's a problem. Your daughter now believes that she's not a priority. So she stopped knocking at your, emotional door. She will just shut off. But the problem is that tomorrow when you want to come back and connect, she's gone. She won't be available. Now let's look at 3 parenting habits that make things worse, even if you deeply love your daughter. Even if you deeply love your teenager, your daughter, your girl, you love her so much, but you're doing these 3 things, it will still hurt her. Number 1 is doing everything for her out of love. You love her so much that you're doing everything for her. You jump in to save her. You jump in to solve the problem. Please don't do that. As much as you love her, like I said, you can love your daughter and be one of her problems. Because if she's not developed enough to solve her own problem, to protect herself, to be independent, to gradually grow into independence, that's a problem. You're not empowering her. You're not giving her the cognitive skills, the executive functioning skills, those skills she needs. And it starts from home. It starts from the little things. It starts from being able to fix her own room, dress her bed when she wakes up, fix breakfast once in a while, watch you do it with you. It's not enough to just, surround her with all kinds of house help, nanny, driver, cook, all of that. It's okay to give our children soft life, to provide them comfort, a reasonable level of comfort. But hey, let's not disfigure them in the name of comfort. The fact that you can afford those help doesn't mean that, you must provide all of them. And even if you're providing them, make room for them to grow. Children learn confidence by doing. Again, children learn confidence by doing, by doing something. By taking steps. Let them take the step and fall. It's like your baby wants to start walking after crawling for a while, and you don't want them to walk. You don't want them to fall. So you are protecting them from falling. They will never walk. They will be incapacitated for life. And that's what a lot of parents are doing to their girls, to their children. You don't let them do anything. They don't wash their clothes. They can't iron at 12, at 14, at 15. Your daughter cannot iron. Why? She cannot cook a 3-course meal. She can't fix her room, nothing. A nanny comes into the room, fixes her room, irons her clothes, passes her food. You're raising an imbecile with all due respect. So let's put the work, let's allow them to experience some level of hardship, some level of, discomfort. Let them work, let them sweat. It teaches them things. Provide them that curve, that learning curve. Let them go through it. It is empowering. When you overprotect them, what they should be learning, when you overprotect them from what they should be learning, you are unintentionally weakening their confidence and problem-solving muscles. So it means their muscles that they're supposed to be using to solve problems, they can't use it. It's weak. That's why you see all these children, they cannot do anything. Mommy, I cannot. They can't travel alone from nowhere to nowhere. They can't cross the road. Why are you raising that kind of child? So gullible. And that's why, all these predators, they will target them. They are the high target because they know that this one, she doesn't have a brain. Her mommy thinks for her. Please don't raise that kind of daughter. Love should empower, not overrule. Don't disempower her with love. Empower her to do things. Number 2 problem that you need to stop doing is prioritizing over obedience over relationship. Is obedience good? Yes, but not as against relationship. You want respect. It is good, but you also want them to, behave okay. That's all right. But when rules become more important than relationship, you raise a wall. You would end up raising a wall against your own, relationship with your children. Yes, you will have that. She'll be well behaved, but she'll be a stranger to you. And before, they'll be right. They'll be plain. They'll be good. They'll be righteous. But when they go behind, they will live their main real life. You don't want to deal with that. Your girl may comply on the outside while struggling on the inside. What you want is for her to be true with you, to be authentic, so that if there are struggles that she's having, you can be able to come out and help her and guide her and put her through. True influence flows from connection, not from control. It flows from connection. So staying connected with her is more important. It's the number 1 target, number 1 goal before correction. All right? Very, very important. Number 3 habits that a lot of parents are taking up that is affecting their daughters is responding too quickly without understanding. You respond too quickly. You hear a complaint, a mistake, or a mood shift, and then you rush to fix it, to correct, to dismiss, and all of those responses. In your mind, you're helping, but you're not. To your girl, it feels like you do. You don't really get them. You don't understand them. Quick responses often miss the deeper need behind the words. Sometimes it's not even response that they need. They just need someone to listen to them. They just want you to be there and just take it all in. They're not looking for quick answers. Sometimes they just need you to be like, oh, I really see that this is a serious challenge for you. I see that is a big concern. How do you think I can help? It is not a hair. That's what I'm telling you now. You see, in the Bible, in the book of, hey? No, you don't enter Bible. Bible is good though. Me, I'm a Bible freak. But there are times you need to, allow them. Just listen. Just be that listening ear. Sometimes what they crave isn't just answer. They just want someone to sit with them and just listen. Just listen. Just pay attention. Very important, really. There's a reason why God gave us 1 mouth and 2 ears. There's a reason. You should listen more than you speak. That's what it means. All right? How to build trust, how to rebuild trust and connection with your girl child without pleading or trying to force respect. How do we rebuild this thing? How do we rebuild it? Okay, someone is asking a question, but we'll take questions at the end of the webinar. Please just hold on to the questions. You post them again. Someone is asking something about mood swing and depression. We'll talk about it at the end, okay? Connection starts with relationship, not control. Relationship first before control. You connect before you correct. You cannot correct effectively if you've not connected. See, 2 persons might give you advice, and you will leave one and collect the other one, depending on how connected you are with those people. If I just meet you randomly on the street, there's no emotional connection. I've not helped you. We've not talked before. And I just start correcting you and telling you, this thing you're wearing is not good now. Go and change it. Can't you see that the sleeve is dropping too much from your shoulder? It's even exposing you. Just look at me and pass like, who is this mad person? But if I've connected with you emotionally, if I've connected, it's such a beautiful thing. So, and connection is not about we're living in the same house. You can be under the same roof and be total strangers to each other and not be connected to each other. So it's not about living in the same house. So that's why I wanted to be very intentional about connecting with your daughters. Because if you can connect with them, then you have the moral right, parents, to correct them. Moral right is not because you are the parent. I'm the one, I carried you in my stomach, in my womb for 9 months. They also carried you, please. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but they also carried you. And that's not all the moral rights that they need to listen to you because you carried them in 9 months, for 9 months. Hello. God Almighty created us in his image and likeness, and we still leave him and do what we want, and he does not kill us. So there have to be more, right? Bring more. Bring your strong reasons. Have you connected with that girl? There's a kind of connection that happens that when you appear, like, she's just like, oh no, I just have to respect this woman because she means so much to me. She's deeply involved in my life, and if she says I shouldn't do it, I'm not gonna do it. That's the kind of thing you want for your daughter. That's the kind of relationship you want to enjoy, create intentionally with your daughter. So instead of, yelling or trying to be heard or begging to be loved or demanding respect, I want you to try to focus on rebuilding trust and connection. Rebuilding trust and connection, those two things are important for you as a parent. What do you have? Can your daughter trust you? I didn't trust my parent. That's why I didn't tell them what happened to me. It was an unintentional thing. It's not like I sat down and said, I don't trust my parents. No. I didn't even know what I was doing. I mean, at 5 and 7, what did I know? But as I kept growing, I realized that, there was really, I didn't see, there wasn't that table. There wasn't that communication table. So I wasn't sure what to expect or what to, there was no room that said this conversation can be had. So I was just on my own, careful, minding my business and dealing with my own pain. No girl deserved that. So one of the things you want to start doing as a parent is to listen more than you speak. Like I said, there's a reason that we have one mouth and 2 ears. You should listen more. It's not they will talk one, you will carry it and drag it to 200. That was how the other time. And then last 2 weeks and last month. Hey, mommy, be coming down. All right. Then the next thing you want to do is to validate their feelings without rushing to fix them. Validate their feelings. So when they're complaining, I feel so hurt, I feel so this. So instead of saying, why are you being angry? Why are you angry? Please, anger is valid. It's okay to be angry. So let them know, yeah, I know you're very livid, you're very sad, you're angry. It's okay to be angry. So I'm going to let you for the next 5 minutes, or just take your time. When you're okay, come, let's talk. In fact, what I do is, I remember as a teacher when I was still in the school system, you come to me to complain about something, and then you are angry, you are panting. I'm like, okay, take a deep breath. You don't have to go back because you're still angry, and we can't connect as you're still angry. You're very sad. So calm down, then we can talk. Sometimes they'll be like, I'm calm. No, you're not calm because your voice is still loud. Calm down, we can talk. So give them the validates. It's okay to be angry. I understand that you're angry, you're very sad. This thing that just happened is getting to your nerves. It's valid. Your emotions are valid. Instead of judging them. The next thing you want to do is to share moments of joy, not just moments of correction. Some parents are very quick to jump into correcting. So when there is moment of joy, you don't realize it because you're not even intentionally looking out for it. Share in the moments of joy. In the moments of happiness, gyrate with them, be excited, take pictures, do videos. I mean, that's how you connect. That's how you connect. Especially if there isn't a Gen Z. Connection is like the gateway into their hearts. Am I saying you should let down your guard and now play on sound with them and all of that? That's not what I'm saying. But you have to you have to get into their world every once in a while. Take a vacation into their world. Get out of your own world and get into their world. That's how you connect. Next thing is that respect is earned through connection, not fear, not guilt, not force. You can't guilt trip them into loving you. No, you don't do it. You can guilt trip them into maybe just playing along, but the moment they leave, they know my heart didn't day here. My heart's no day. I don't love her. You can't also force love. All right. So these are important that you start doing it to rebuild trust and connection. Now, we've learned so much, and I know somebody is already feeling overwhelmed. You've learned how to rebuild trust and connection with your daughter. You've also learned what the 7 things that can, stop your daughter from maximizing her future, 7 things that are the struggles that she has as a person. I know some of us are already feeling a bit overwhelmed because we've covered so much. Abi, do I have someone feeling overwhelmed here? Let me see in the comment section. Okay. Yeah, listen more than you speak. Okay, I hope you're not feeling overwhelmed. We're moving, we're making progress. There's just one more piece that is left. All right. There's one more piece that is left. Your girl has to grow too, right? Because you can only go so far if she is stuck. You can only go so far. It should be that as you're making progress, as you're trying your best, as you're doing your own, she's also doing same on her own end, right? So that's why it's important. Now, what's the missing link? The missing link is that you've done your part tonight by coming here to learn, to see how you can begin to reconnect with her, committing and all of that. But your daughter is still carrying her own peer pressure, her own confusion, and so her own identity issue and emotional noise. And she needs these tools as well. She needs to also learn. She needs to also be in an environment like this to also learn, to also be equipped like you've been, right? And so is it okay if I spend the next 10 minutes to walk you through a powerful solution that I have created for your daughter, for your teenager, that will help her rebuild the confidence, values, and mindsets that she needs to reconnect with you, that she needs to, thrive and not be held down by those 7 challenges that we've mentioned. I want to see you in the comment section. Is it okay if I take the next 5 minutes to talk about those? Let me see you. Let me see your yes in the comment section if that's okay, so we can move on. Okay, KB said yes. Zoom user said it's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Converse. Thank you, Ajiboye FM. All right, all right. I see that. I see those comments coming in. Yes, please go ahead. All right, let's move. So I have an offer I want to make it, but before that, I want to show you some of the feedbacks I've had from my girls, people I've mentored over time. This one said, these are from like previous sessions, classes, mentorship programs I've had with young people, right? This person said, this class helped me to be able to make the decision. I learned that my decisions shape my life. I learned that if you don't know who you are, you can't build a strong self-identity. Someone needs to tell them. There's a favorite song of mine, and the song says, who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? So someone's gonna tell them, and I choose to be that person. And that's one of the things I do with my girls when we meet and talk, right? And then I also have this one. Okay, this is actually double. Sorry, I said this twice. It shouldn't be. All right. So this person said, so this conversation at the tail end, I replied, my baby girl, I love your openness. It makes it easier to help you. Please keep it up. I'm proud of your journey. I love you. This right here is a feedback. Of course, after a message she sent me, I can't share that message because it's a very deep one that I want to protect her from. She was just about to make a very big mistake, a student at high institution, 100 level, and she's one of my mentees. And I was not planning to call her, to be very honest. I tell parents, I'm called. I'm not just a girls coach. I am called. This is an assignment. This is a task because I should have been tired by now. After 13 years, I should have found something doing, something else. But here am I, all right? So it just dropped in my heart and I called her. And as soon as she picked the call, she said, Coach Precious, Coach Precious. I said, what is it? She said, Coach Precious. I said, calm down. What is it? I called you. You don't even know why I called. She said, you called at the right time. This is what is happening right now. I'm like, okay, okay. So let's talk about it. And at the end of the about 20 to 30 minutes conversation, her brain got a reset. And then I was asking myself, if she didn't have a mentor like me, I mean, with all humility, If she didn't have a mentor like me, what would she have done? I wish I can go into the details of the conversation, but I can't. But I'm so grateful to God that I was able to step in. Of course, God used me. I was able to step in and reset her brain. And then she was all right. So that's the kind of thing I want to do for your daughter. I want to be that go-to person for her. I want to be that person that you can trust to hand her over to say, Coach Precious, like some parents will say, I am donating my daughter to you. I don't donate them to me, but let's partner, okay? Because I can't do it alone. I need your partnership. I need you to also do your own part from your end, and all of that. Okay, so that's why I want to partner with you in raising your dream girl. I want to partner with you in raising a global giant, a girl that you'll be proud of, both as a person, as an organization, as a society, as a community. Note, you don't need to get to emergency before you call out, before you reach for help. Some people used to say, oh, my daughter, she is very well behaved. She doesn't have a problem. And at the end of the day, it is those people that are well behaved that have the biggest problem. Have you noticed? I have a case on my table, someone I'm working with one-on-one, and he's struggling with what do you call that? Pornography and masturbation addiction. How did it start? Childhood. At a very young age, talk about 10 years, already overexposed, practicing. So and this is the same person that they're saying, he's always very quiet, doesn't even talk to people, just proper. The one that is even loud is fine. So when we say these things, when we say, there's no problem with her, she is good, she goes to church every day. I was a church girl. Hello. I was in choir, I was the leader, I was doing everything. In fact, newsflash, at SS3, I was almost raped. I still did not tell my parents. I still didn't tell them. I was proper. I was deaconess in church. I was the leader. I was in church 24 hours 7. What are you talking about? So we need to provide our girls guard them. Guard them. You don't guard them by keeping them in your house. Please stop writing on my screen. You don't guard them by keeping them in your house every time. You guard them by putting them in systems, structures, environments, both online and physical, that keeps them in check. Very important. So with the holidays that is already here, the pressure and challenges we've discussed earlier are likely to heighten, because now they're likely to see more movies, get to see more proper, social media influencers that would also make them feel like, oh, my legs are not straight like this person's own, my eyes are not like this person, my this, my that, the other one is going to heighten and making it more critical to stay connected. I need to stop sharing the screen because the screen is now very messy. I'll share again. Please don't write on my screen. Thank you. All right. So now, what is your teenager going to get in this solution I've created? One thing they're going to get is how to create an effective holiday plan. Now, an effective holiday plan is a plan of how they want their holiday to go. How do you want a holiday to go? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to stop doing, start doing, get better at? All of that are involved in the effective holiday plan, and is a document, is a worksheet that I've prepared for your daughter. So instead of shouting, "These girls, stop watching too many movies. Why are you here from morning to night? You're just, on the couch." That's what girls want to do, by the way. They want soft life. It's very, very soft life. So you need a system. You need someone to hold them accountable for the things they want to do, what they should be doing. So they have this, and it's valued at 50,000 naira. They will be able to create their own holiday plan that will keep them busy for the good reason. Instead of being on their phone and on movies, instead of sleeping all day, they need to turn their holiday boredom into personal development growth, into personal growth journey. That's what they need to do. They need to turn their screen time into purpose-driven routine. And it is if they have a good plan that they can be able to do that. Number 2 thing they're going to get is how to build solid confidence. They're going to learn how to be a confident girl. Like I said, I'm tired of seeing girls, behave like They don't have energy in them. I want to help them speak up without fear or apology. Confidence is not being callous or being insultive. No. Confidence is being able to stand up for yourself. I want girls to break, from that need for validation, from trends and social media. No, I want to teach her how to trust herself and trust her guts. And that's one of the things they're going to be learning, and it is worth 50,000 naira. I'm also going to teach her privacy and boundaries. Social media is something that, girls today, they use it and sometimes they just go unrestricted. They forget that social media is your complimentary card. Gone are the days you carry complimentary cards around. People still do anyway. But now your social media, your complimentary card is your social media. And when I see girls who post things online and careless things, talk carelessly, drop careless comments, I'm like, does she even realize how this thing can impact her 10 years from now? I know someone that lost an opportunity to travel to US for a program because something was found that she posted about 5-7 years ago on her social media handle. So I want to teach girls how to, use social media if they must use it. If they must use it. In our previous class where I taught us about, girls and social media addiction, I was able to talk about, things that girls are doing on YouTube, on social media, and how we as parents can help. That's a conversation for another day. If you missed that webinar, you can, check out for it on the group. You'll find the link and watch it. So I'm going to be teaching them privacy and boundaries, how to manage their privacy, how to not overshare, things they can share and things they cannot share, and all that. All right, very important. Then the next thing is they're going to get a decision-making booklet. It's a book I've written for girls, and I want girls to be able to learn how to make the right decisions. And it's also worth 50,000 naira. Now, all these things is very important. We need to teach our girls how to say no without feeling guilt or fear. They need to learn how to say no. When someone tells them, come, let's go out, they need to be able to say, no, I don't want to go. And they'll be like, they don't need to over-explain to themselves. I was in a girls' camp over the weekend, and when I was teaching the girls, I told them, see, saying no is a complete sentence to start with. Because sometimes when we say no, we want to over-explain. The reason I say no, the reason I don't want is because you don't have to. So they need to learn that. I mean, they don't have to be disrespectful, but they need to be assertive enough to say no when no really matters. So you need to choose her values over peer pressure. So if I have my values and my no is aligning with my values, I should be able to say that no and be confident about it. So she needs to be trained to think for herself, to stand up for herself. And that's one of the things I'm going to be doing for girls in this program I'm putting together, which I want you to sign her up. And every of these things are worth 200,000 naira. How to create an effective holiday plan. It will be both as a teaching, and they will also get a worksheet ahead of time. Self-confidence, solid confidence, they will get that class. Privacy and boundaries, they will get that class. I have worked with, a multinational organization that is focused on helping teenagers with online safety, right? And I've seen things happen. I've been able to create courses, create materials that will help young people stay safe if they must be online, right? And that's one of the things I'm going to be teaching girls signed up for this program. Then decision making, of course, and all these things are worth 200,000 naira. Now, if all this bootcamp did was just help your daughter to stop slipping deeper into phone addiction, or focus, or stop being less confident and start focusing on her future, I want to believe, or I should better ask, would that be worth 180,000 naira if this is all it does for your daughter? If this was the moment your daughter finally develops solid confidence, purpose over pressure and connection over isolation, will it also be worth, say, 150,000 naira? Will it be too much for you to pay 150K for your daughter to have these things, to know how to plan a holiday, so you're not shouting and cracking your head over the decisions she's making this holiday or things she's doing? If she's now more confident, if she's now able to manage her decision making and all of that, and what if all this did was help her to drop open and become emotionally stable again? without you needing to yell or call for a therapist? Will it be worth your 100,000 naira? Of course, I know. Now, I had two choices. Number one choice was to make this thing very cheap and enroll everybody. But honestly, that wouldn't, cut it, because it will mean there are things, I mean, the service alone is even worth much more than any amount. Because if your daughter was about to get into a messy situation that would have taken her life, then there is no amount that if you pay it, it will be too much. I know that's true. All right. And then my second choice, of course, was to keep it at what price and make it as easy as possible for everyone who should be signed up, every parent who should sign up their daughter to be able to do that. So I chose the second option, which will come with, of course, a slightly higher investment on your part, but still reasonable enough. But in exchange for that, I've packed this program with everything your daughter will need: live tools, relatable stories, documents, guided support, proven strategies, and simple systems that can help her get more confident, responsible, and focused. Now, this way, I can give you my best, dedicate my time, energy, and resources, and of course, do what it is that, we need to do to help your daughter. Now, all the things are worth 200,000 naira, like I said earlier. You can probably see why parents invest up to 1 million or more. I had parents that paid me 200K to just talk to their son for three sessions. And she was grateful, right? So parents pay these things. They pay it because they understand. Of course, for parents that understand how important it is to get partners, people that work with them to raise the kind of children that they want to have. All right. So but for tonight, you don't have to pay that much. You do not have to. All right. Because this is just not about expense. It's an investment in your daughter's growth. It's an investment into her future. It's an investment into her emotional maturity and the peaceful relationship you've been longing for. You don't want her to get, lost in those things we've talked about. So you're not paying 200K this night. You're paying 25,000 naira and getting everything. All the sessions, all the tools, the mentorship, the materials I'm going to be sharing with them, the bonuses, the trainings, the access they're going to have to me. Excuse me. The access they're going to have to me, all for just 25,000 naira. Now, if you were to sign up your girl for my one-on-one coaching program, you just pay 250K just to get access to me. All right. And that's without, she's not going to get all the things that are here. Of course, there are things she will get, but these ones are not part of it. So, but I'm giving you the opportunity because I want to have as much persons that deserve and need this class to be there. So because you've also invested your time this night with me, it shows you truly care about your daughter and her future. And I'm giving you access to an exclusive opportunity to help your daughter grow and make life transforming steps, to take life transforming steps. Now, the truth of the matter is, if you were to hire a child psychologist or enroll your daughter in multiple coaching sessions to help them maybe quit addiction, build self-confidence, manage emotions, and all of that, I'm sure you can spend more than 500K. And this may not even come with a lot of things I'm already offering you alongside in this. But hey, you won't pay anything close to that today because you're taking action now. And I want you to, be able to do that. I want to remove every excuse your way. I told you a mentor helped me and I want to help more girls. I want to help more girls. I want to position. I want to be in their lives. I will tell parents, I'm not just mentoring your daughter, I'm mentoring her for life. Like, two of us together will hand her over to her husband. It is like for the longest journey. All right. So I want to partner with you. So let me, all right, I'm going to do that with you for the next, for this particular program I'm talking to you about. We're going to do that. And you have two choices, actually. One choice you have is to do nothing. You can close this webinar and just be right and be like, Coach Precious, she's really a good person. I like the way she teaches. Very nice. So you go back to your daily struggles with your daughter and, her phone, no focus, no confidence. And 1 week from now, nothing will change. You're still there struggling and wondering what's going on with my girl, right? The next choice is you can take action. All you need to do is to be willing and then start this journey with me. Sign up your daughter for this class. Now, what's this class? I'm going to tell you in a jiffy. And one thing I want you to know is that if your daughter goes through this class and there is no change, like you do not see anything, this is useless, totally useless, anti-precious, I'll balance you your money. That's me. I won't ask you questions. I'll just ask you, okay, you know what? Send me your number. You get back your money. But if your daughter goes through this class with me, you know why? I'm very confident in this. So I want to remove all the hassles your way. There's literally nothing you're going to lose, right? Literally nothing. I'll do it. The real question is it worth your girl joining this mentorship program just for a few minutes to check it out? To see this thing, let me even see. How does it feel? What is in it? And the bonus is that she's going to have access to our, G3 community valued at 150K. She's going to have access to it, right? For the period of the mentorship program. Now, what's this program about? This is the bootcamp on your screen right now. I want to believe that some of you, maybe you've seen it on my page, social media, Facebook, Instagram, or wherever. It's our Global Giant Girls virtual bootcamp. And we call it Confidence, Leadership, and Emotional Stability in Your Girl. It's time to build these things in your daughter. Building confidence, building leadership, and emotional stability. Now, these are the age group for this class is ages 10 to 19, and it's going to be totally online, 100% online. All right. For the first first 10 persons that are going to take action, I have a gift for you. I have a gift for you if you register your daughter right now. All right. I have a free gift for you. And this class is going to be happening on 15th to 16th, 15th, 16th, and 22nd and 23rd. So it's already at the corner. I mean, we have like 1 week to go, actually, 1 week thereabouts. All right. And so to also let you know, we already the engine is already steaming because we're already sending them materials to print, daily planner, holiday worksheets, things to fill, assessments, and all of that. They are all going on. And the reason is that we want her to be effective, to use her time wisely this holiday. The time for the training is 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for junior category and 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 for senior category. So if your daughter is between ages 9 and 19, then she is open to joining us in this class. She's going to get all of this valued at 200,000 naira, how to create an effective holiday plan, and they have access to it. I mean, when I give it to them, they can use it forever. Not just this holiday, or every holiday. Valued at 50,000. How to build solid confidence is a class they're going to get, valued at 50,000. Privacy and boundary lesson, valued at 50,000. Decision-making book, decision-making class, valued at 50,000 naira. You can't get this thing this cheaper anyway. All these things are valued at 200,000 naira. But for parents that are taking action, for parents in this community, I'm giving you access to get this all for just a token of 25,000 naira. Now, to reward fast action takers, I've added a special bonus, a free PDF only for parents that will take action now. So you want to register your daughter, you want me to be your girl's mentor. Hi, I wish I had this opportunity as a girl. In all honesty, I know my life would have been a lot better. And I know some of us, we also have the same testimony, like the same expression. It would have been if you had a mentor, someone that you could ask those mind-boggling questions. Those questions that when you remember, you don't know who to ask. So you end up asking your fellow children, your fellow teenagers, and they'll give you the wrong answers. But here we are having an opportunity to provide our daughter, to put our daughter in a system, to put our daughter in places under the right person, the right mentor. All right. I think my network logged out for a while. Let me share my screen again. Okay, hope you can see my screen now. So if you're going to do that now, I'm going to give you a free gift. Only for the first 10 parents that will take action before the end of this webinar or at the end of this webinar. I want to partner with you. Let's give our girls an unfair advantage. Let's help our girls. Let's put them in a situation, in an atmosphere, in a structured system that holds them accountable. Imagine I didn't call that girl that day. It would have been maybe terrible. So let's put our girls in a situation where they are constantly challenged, where there's someone that tells them, stop that, and they will listen. The things you're saying, you need someone to re-echo it, not because they won't hear, but sometimes when they hear a second voice, it validates the first. That's truth. It's like, it's like someone is telling you something and you're not hearing. Someone says the same thing and you're like, but my mom told me this thing, so it's true. Let me go and do it. The most important thing is that they are taking action, that they are living right, that they're making the right choices. All right? Very important. So I challenge you to take that step today. I challenge you to put your daughter in that atmosphere, in that situation that helps her to become. Only for 25,000 naira, she's going to have access to this class. And I've told us the class is going to hold 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd of August. And currently we are onboarding and we're sharing material, document printables. And they're already they plan their day every day, take a picture of it and send to me. I mark, I score, I go through it, I ask them questions. Who can do that for 25,000 naira for over 3 weeks? We've already done 1 week of that interaction, right? So if they join now, they still have between now and Friday before we start the proper class. So you have the opportunity, the window of now to Friday, to sign up your daughter for just 25,000. The account number is on the screen. You can take that now or take scan the QR code on your screen to get her into class. It will be my pleasure to welcome your daughter into Global Giant Girls Virtual Bootcamp. I want I'm involved for parents here, for people here. I want to be involved in your parenting journey. I won't force it, but if you let me, we can work together, right, to make that happen. All right. So I'll take questions now. If you have any questions, if you want to register, if you have questions to ask, you can ask them. So I have some questions already. I have some questions here. Do you have a colleague you can recommend whom you trust for boys? Good question. You can send me a DM after now. Yeah, I do, but you can send me a DM. I'll send that to you. People writing on your screen could be those who don't want you to share the information and message to parents, but go past them. Oh, Dr. MOG, Barrister AOG, I see you. All right, someone is asking, what's the difference between this one and the present one for 10K? And what's the duration for this one? The present one has not really taken off. All the difference. This is the same class. So the 10,000 registration, 10,500 registration that we had initially was for early bird registration, which has ended like 2-3 weeks ago. So currently it has reverted. The original price is actually way more than 25,000, but they break down or give away cost price is 25,000 naira. However, we did a window of 1 week for the first people that register, and those people got it at that 10,000 naira registration, 10,500 registration, but it has reverted. It's now the 25,000 naira flat rate. So if you don't register now, it will likely go up. So if you want to register your daughter, you want to do that now. And to your question, yes, it is the same class. We've already taken off with daily task that they're doing in the group. So when you register your daughter, she's added to our WhatsApp group. I should mention that. When you register your daughter, she's added to a closed WhatsApp, a mentorship group where I have with them for junior and for senior. Junior is between the ages 9 to 14. Senior category is 15 and above. So we have those two groups, and I have constant interactions with them, send them the materials to print. They plan their day and send to me, right? Send to my DM, right? And then the parents that also register their daughters, we have an exclusive group. So if you're here and you feel like, oh, this class is very nice, this class is very helpful, join our our exclusive parent community, because we even share so much more there. And I have, I have something beautiful I'm going to be sharing with parents in our exclusive community. Parents that have signed up their girls for this particular program, I have something coming on for them this week. So if you want to also be a part of that, then register your daughter. And I should also say, if you're registering your daughter and you have a cousin, you have a niece that is a girl, please register her. The reason is that if you just do focus on your daughter, those other people, their daughters might come to influence your own daughter. So as you are saving them, also save their friends, save their siblings. So register them. Anyone you know that interacts with your daughter, as especially on a close range, it will be also advisable to sign them up so that they will learn alongside. All right, very important. All right, someone is asking, I can't wait to register my daughter. She's just 5 years. Do you have class for her? I love what you do. I wish we had this opportunity growing up. Fire on, World Changer. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ma. We do not have a class for 5 years old now, but as soon as we do, we will definitely let you know. I appreciate the kind words. All right, any more questions? You can put your hands up. I think I missed a question. What's of older girls outside these age ranges? Okay, so for older girls, I usually we do one-on-one, not group coaching, because for this particular for G3 Global Giant girls, we focus on girls ages 7 to 20. But for this program, we are focusing on ages 9 plus, of course, 9, 10 to 19. But for our wider age range is 7 to 20. However, if you have girls that are older, then I do private coaching with them. Yes, I hope I answered that question. Okay. So 22 years is out of it. 22 years is not out of it. Like I said, I do private coaching for older girls. Yes. I do private coaching with them. And then what I also do is, what I also do with them is to, after I coach them, after I've mentored them for a while, I bring them in as peer mentors to mentor the younger ones. So they're now working with me. That's the beauty. All right. So if I mentor them for a while, I bring them in as my mentees to mentor the other ones, because I want them to learn leadership. I want them to learn teamwork, and I give them that platform to do that with me. So if you want me to mentor your daughter one-on-one, perfect, we can do that. I do that definitely. In fact, I have some people I'm currently mentoring one-on-one. So you just need to send me a DM. Okay, I think my PA just shared my details on that. Someone is asking, please, your contact. You just got that from my PA. Thank you. So yes, if you want to reach me, you can do that. You can reach me from the group. One of the admins in the 2 WhatsApp communities where we have a parents. So if you want to reach me, you can just, if you reach any of the admins of the group, you have reached me. It is not hard. If you also need my number, it is already there in the group. You can take it and reach me. Yes, any more questions? If you want to type in the box, you can do that. If you want to unmute yourself and talk, you can. Excuse me. By the way, Friday was my birthday, and I want to say a big thank you to parents here who reached out to me. I got some calls, I got some messages from parents. I'm not sure I remember to put it here because I was in camp, and I was in camp with my girls. And so I wasn't able, I'm not sure we were able to put it here, but I still got some parents reach out, calling me and all of that. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, so this is the account number on the screen. If you want to enroll your daughter for the class, for 25,000 naira, you're getting her into the class, and she's going to get access to all of the things I'm going to be sharing. And of course, signing her up for this class means, it means you're giving me the access to drag her. You're giving her the access to keep her on her toes. I'm tired of seeing girls who behave like that. Like I want girls to grow future ready. It's not by age 18, 19, 20, 25, they're not preparing for marriage. They grow future ready. Okay, I think my network threw me out. So yes, I think we're good with that. If you want to register your daughter, you can do that. If you want to send me a DM, if you want to talk with me, you can reach me. My number is there. Admin, please also help me drop the phone number once again on the open chat so that people that want to reach me would know how to do that. Thank you, everyone. I see 29 persons still here live with me. Thank you so much for, being here. It's a proof. It's an indication that we are committed parents, that we want to do our best in raising the kind of girls, raising the kind of children that we will be proud of and the community will be proud of and God will be proud of, because God gave us those children as an assignment. It's not just a joke. The assignments that he has given to us. So I want to believe that our being here is a proof that we are taking that assignment seriously. And I want to give a shout out to you all, dear parents. Thank you so much for the sacrifices you're making, for the commitment to raise, and parent our children, and the sacrifices you're making. God bless you. In this Tinubu regime, God bless you for paying the school fees and everything. It's not easy. God bless you so, so well. I'll give an opportunity for one parent to give a closing remark so that we call it a day today. One parent, closing remark, and we will be done. I see some of my Sotmark people. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. But please, no, I don't want Sotmark people. By the way, Sotmark people, we have our closing. I will have a closing party. You people shocked me, like beyond my bones. All right, but let's have other parents that are not Sotmark students to talk. Or maybe after them, I'll give a Sotmark. So because now I have a preference, because you guys, you like, you touch my button. All right, anybody talking? Closing remark by any of the parents? You can unmute yourself and talk if you want to. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, so Mrs. Princess said upsot mark. Yes, who is nobody. I'll pick somebody. I see Ajiboye FM. Your name has been popping up ever since. Can I invite you on stage to do a closing remark? Yes, nobody. Okay, now, so even when he's talking, let me have my sort mic people if you want to. You don't necessarily need to turn on your camera, just turn on your mic and talk. Okay, someone is saying something already. Okay, Comfort Thomas, he said, thanks so much for the wonderful lesson. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so if I'm getting no other feedback, okay, Mrs. Princess, you have the floor. Unmute yourself, ma.
Hi, good evening. I've actually been trying to unmute, but he kept telling me that the host is not allowing that to happen. So that's why I had to now raise my hand. Yes, yes, yes. But actually, when you said who wanted to talk, I said, let me talk, but it was quite unfortunate. But thank you for unmuting me. First of all, I would say thank you so much, Coach Precious. To be honest, I don't know how you do this. I hope you don't mind if I ask how many girls do you have? Like, I've been listening to you since. I was, when the class started, I was driving. I was very skeptical about all these classes, but when I got back home and I signed on, and I was looking at the slides and all you were saying, and I said, God, how do I become this woman? Really. So, on behalf of every parent here, thank you so much for all you're doing. Thank you for supporting us to treat our girls right. Thank you for teaching us how to connect with our girls, because for me, there is also boys leadership class. I enrolled my kids, my sons, and I was asking myself, please, when will we be girls? So immediately I saw the girls leadership thing. In fact, I reached out and I said, please, I want to be part of it. And to be honest, I really, really enjoyed the class. It was an insightful class. And there are subtle things you mentioned that, ordinarily I wouldn't even consider it as anything, like connecting with the girls. And I like the fact that you used yourself as an example, because you shared experiences, because when we grew up, we didn't have that kind of relationship with our parents. And we are really struggling. Do you understand? We are really, really struggling to keep the pace with our kids now. I have an 11 years old, my dear. What these girls know, when I was even 20, 30, I didn't
You
know
can't
it.
beat it.
Again. Exactly. Like sometimes when they're talking, I'll just feel left out. But thank you so much for all the points, all the learnings that is giving us tonight. We really, really appreciate. We trust you, and we are trusting our girls in your hand. And we what we learned this evening, my dear, that there's nothing to be worried about. To be honest, there's really nothing to be worried about. So thank you so much for this evening. We hope that after the class, our girls will become better. They will see a lot of improvement. So there is really nothing we can give you to appreciate you the more. But God would definitely pay you back. He'll give you the grace to continue what you're doing. Thank you so much. On behalf of the parents, we appreciate you. Continue what you're doing. And we wish you well, really. We wish you well. We'll begin to have bigger classes, bigger platform globally. You will go in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. That's so heartwarming.
Thank you, Mrs. Princess is still here. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Princess is still here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes, I can
Hello,
hear you.
this is yes. Precious, you are doing wonders. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, you are doing wonders. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. God is using you to raise giant girls. In fact, I wish my daughter is of age. My daughter is just 5 years. I wish I can raise her. Seriously. The platform, the opportunity you are giving to these girls, I wish we had it during our own time. Precious, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised at the level you are going to. This is just the beginning. I know God will do more.
Amen.
Keep doing what you are doing. We are praying for you behind the scene. And I promise you, I'll keep sharing your link. I'll keep sharing your post. I'll keep recommending people till you make out time for little girls, 5 years, 6 years.
Yes, ma.
Wonderful time with you. Bye. All right, dear. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think people are having issues unmuting themselves. I see Umu Salma. Okay, you're able to unmute yourself now.
Yeah. Good evening, Coach Precious.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
Again, I
you.
want to commend every word I've heard this night. In short, I must say they are heavily. They are from the stables of God Himself. God bless you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we look forward to having a swell time. Our girls having swell time.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I attended this webinar tonight. You know, I'm this shouting mom. I'm this kind of person that exposes my girl. And I actually feel disappointed in myself, but I know I'll make amends. God's helping me. In short, I and the dad are seated here, and then we already paid immediately. Yeah, we couldn't wait. Thank you so much. But I just want to. I have two girls of the same age. I don't know if they could sit side by side and listen.
Uh-oh, you are muted. Was it sudden? Was it a mistake?
No. Maybe
Okay.
a message came in. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I was saying I have two girls of the same age, and I just registered for 3, one of higher level for 19, 17, sorry, and then that of 12, 11. There are two. Can they sit side by side, please?
Okay, so you're asking, like, instead of registering the number 3 person, can they sit side up
No,
side?
the number 3 are like there.
Twins?
I have one daughter and I have one one that I'm
Daughter?
guiding.
Okay.
Yes. So can they sit side by side? My daughter of 17, I've registered Umusoma, and
Yeah.
then Praise is registered, but I have another one I'm guiding. Can they please sit together, please?
That's a very hard request, a very hard one. But
No,
then,
just I don't want you just say that we shouldn't make them feel they are not loved or they are not you understand it's just a favor I'm begging.
okay,
Private chat.
what happens is it's fine. Usually, we give discount for if you want to register 3 persons. The reason is that there will come a time where I need to interact with them one-on-one. So at that point, the one that is not registered will miss out. That's just my concern. So, but what I can do for you is to give you like a discount, like there is already a discount for 3, but I can give you a further discount because I don't want her to miss out, right? So you can
No
send me a
problem.
DM after now. We can talk about it. I'll
Okay,
definitely
I already
do
did.
it. Yeah.
All right, I already did. Thank you so much. The Lord bless you. And I
Amen.
pray for much more grace to your elbow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
No words can explain how much we're overwhelmed and happy. God bless you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right. Good night.
Night. Okay,
All
I'll
right.
give one more person to
Uh,
talk. Ajiboye, I saw Ajiboye FM trying to unmute. So,
Mrs. Princess is still in the house.
who please?
Mrs. Princess has unmuted. Mrs.
Oh, okay.
Princess has unmuted.
Okay,
You
man.
called on it before now.
Please go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Good evening to every mother. Good evening to every mothers and grandmothers in the house and every one of us. God bless you.
Yeah.
My VC, God richly bless you for the wealth of knowledge you're dishing out. God bless you.
My people.
May doors of nations be opened unto you.
Amen.
This will not only stop in Africa, but nations hear this voice. Nations will hear this voice.
Amen.
May the Lord bless you
Amen.
in all you do. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. All right. I want a man to talk this time. Please, let's balance this life before the fathers will come after my life. Please, I think I saw Mrs. Ajiboye. He tried talking earlier and I heard a male voice. So I want him to talk if I heard correctly. Please, a male voice so we can, wrap it up. Can I have you, Mr. Ajiboye FM? Is he here? You can unmute yourself if you're here. If he's not here, any other person, any other male, a father, I want to hear from dads. I love fathers because they have a big role to play in the lives of my girls. So I need them to be on board as well. Mommies are awesome. We're doing well, but we need our daddies. It needs to be a balanced game, all right? So do we have a father? Do we have a dad?
No.
Do we have?
Not sure.
Okay, someone is saying my husband is here. Mrs. Salma. Okay, your husband can talk. Yes, he can, since there's no other father. You can unmute yourself. Or do you need me to unmute you? I wonder, did I change any setting in this? Because it used to be very easy to mute and unmute. So I've asked you to.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Good evening, our facilitator.
Good evening, sir.
Our coach.
Good evening, sir.
Mother Precious. I sat beside her and I heard everything you said.
Oh, thank you.
And it was very, very, very good. And we really appreciate we imparted a lot of knowledge to us this night.
Thank
And
you.
I wish I can even be part of it in the future. to learn more from experts like you.
Yes.
And she just spoke to you that we have already enrolled 2 of our daughter and
Yes,
paid
sir.
for her. The third one, as she explained to you, we
Yes.
sent a visit to your DM.
Okay, sir.
So I think you
Yes,
in
sir.
your subsequent classes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love daddies. I love daddies because we are the ones that are the head of the family, and we decide the temperature of the family. And I love it when fathers show up for classes like this. It tells a lot, because there are a lot of fathers that they their ego is like this. They're like, what's that girl coming to teach me? So if I see fathers here, I celebrate you. Thank you so much. All the fathers available, all the fathers doing so much to help our girls. You have a special place in my heart. Thank you. All right, that's how we'll bring it to an end today. Thank you so much, dear parents. Thank you. You have no idea how happy I am to do this journey with you. Parenting in 2025 has got to be much more than just saying things and living day to day. We have to be intentional, and this class is one of the intentional steps you've taken to make sure that you're learning to raise the kind of daughter that the future will be proud of, all right? And I appreciate you all for that. Thank you so much. For those that have already registered their daughters in the past, I can't wait. Like it's doing me jiggy jiggy in my body. When I talk to girls, they understand. Like, I fire up their bones, because I don't want to see girls behaving like vegetables. Like, oh, no. You cannot be an easy prey for predators. You have to be, ready. And then if they have questions, they have to ask it. And I mean, it's going to be a beautiful journey. So thank you so much for signing up your daughters. Thank you for trusting me, to work with you in your parenting journey. And I promise to do my best to provide you that support. Please, if you signed up your daughter and you've not joined our parents community, our exclusive community, please send me a message after now so you'll be added there. And if you want to sign up your daughter and you're yet to do that, this night is an opportunity for you. Remember, after you register, I have a special gift for you. And and then I'll start working with your daughter. That's how we'll bring it to an end. Thank you so much, everybody. I look forward to having more time with you. You'll be communicated, as to when our next webinar will hold. For the next 2 weeks, I won't be available for you people because it is me and your daughters. We're going to be ironing it out. All right. So thank you so much for the trust so far. If you have a question, if you want to reach me, my DM is open. I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to, if you want me to mentor your daughter one-on-one, you're welcome to do that. Reach out to me and we will talk about it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Winifred, Mary Ann. Thank you, every other person that joined. I see you. Nick, I see you. Mrs. Princess, Ruth, Temi, Tayo, Francis, Ugochi, Joy, Ajize. I see my suspect people here. Kiki, Adekoye, Mary Ann, Winifred, Precious, Mrs. Fossa. That's the grandma of Sotmark. Thank you so much, Maya. I love you.
Thank you so much.
I love you.
Coach Precious. Wishing you belated happy birthday once again.
Thank you, Mommy.
God bless you.
Yes, thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. All right, so the rest of us, thank you so much. I wish I can call all the names, but I will take all our time. So the recording of this class will be shared by tomorrow, so that if you missed any part of it or network threw out like it was throwing me, you can catch up and learn the rest of the things and take note and apply and be on your journey of raising a global giant girl. Good night, dear parents. Shout out to you.